welcome to the show.
I'm Mark.
I'm Britton.
And we also just have our brand new co-host here that's going to be part of our show, Alexa. Alexa, say hello.
Hi.
And
good.
Anytime we want to, we don't really know something offhand, we're gonna call on her to see if she can look it up for us.
Yeah, because the way we were doing it before was kind of just look at our phones and and then kind of just talk with dead air for a few seconds. So we don't want to do that anymore.
No. So thank you, Alexa. Thank you. She
At dead air. So
she doesn't care. Yeah.
She's bashful.
Yep.
So anyway, today we're going to continue what we talked about a couple weeks ago. We're going to continue talking about Fringe. This is going to be a discussion of the second season of Fringe. And kind of like last time, I'll get into it when we get there.
You'll get there.
Yeah, so let's get started and start talking about season 2 of Fringe. And what a interesting addendum to have with this episode that we have Alexa here, because that's a very scientific thing, and this is a science fiction television show.
So before we go into it, we're just gonna get into spoiler territory, because the things that we didn't mention in season 1, we're probably gonna have to talk about in season 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get around not talking about that big twist at the end of season 1.
Yeah,
but we are gonna have to start talking about that second big twist at the end of season 1, the one that came right before that last one.
Yeah.
So anyway, season 2 of Fringe. I guess we can try to give a brief overview of what the season entailed. Just full disclosure, we are literally like 6 episodes from finishing season 3 right now, so we're trying not to get ahead of ourselves.
So at the conclusion of season 1, aside from the big reveal, one thing that's been occurring is Olivia has crossed over to the other side, the other universe.
Okay, yeah, so I don't think we talked about this for season 1, so basically all of season 1, and so far as we know, most of the show entails around one singular concept, which is that there are at least in this universe, there are 2 distinct universes.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 that they travel through. There could be an infinite amount, I don't know.
Yeah.
But for right now, there's only 2. But at the end of season 1, Olivia ends up traveling to the parallel universe.
Yeah.
Where William Bell, who was the founder of Massive Dynamic, where he's still kind of alive and hiding out.
Yeah.
So that's basically, and the whole series kind of picks up on this, finishes off, and that's where season 2 begins, is her coming back to the next, to this universe.
And, the overall premise of season 2 is kind of Walter Bishop's past, sneaking up on him with this drug he'd invented in the mid 80s, called Cortexiphan, which enhances the brain and brings about latent abilities that a person would not have initially. And the experiment was done on children.
Very naughty. But go on.
So there was a bit of a moral thing to that, a bit of shame on Walter's part.
Now, this is one thing that we're not going to be able to avoid, because it's a big part of the story of season 2, is there was a twist at the end of season 1. If you haven't seen season 1, and if you still want to see season 1, just stop listening right here. What are you watching season 2, our podcast for season 2 of Fringe? If you want to watch season 1, go watch it.
It's a good show. It's worth the watch.
It's fantastic. Go watch it. Don't listen to us. But anyway, so are they gone? I think they're gone.
Yeah.
So one of the big twists at the end of season 1 is that Peter Bishop, who is Walter Bishop's son,
oh yes,
we learn is actually dead. Now, it's clear that this Peter, the one that we've been following the whole time, is a Peter from the other universe. And one of the things that this second season kind of expounds upon is how exactly that happened, which is during the 80s. Walter Bishop was able to create a device that allowed him to look into the other universe while his son was unfortunately sick and dying.
Yeah.
And he discovers that the other Peter is also sick and dying, but the other Walter Bishop has found a cure. He just doesn't realize it yet. So after the death of Peter A, we'll say Peter Prime, Walter goes into the other universe, to take this Peter back and basically cure him because he knows how to do it now. And unfortunately, he just kind of never gets around to taking him back home. But at the same time, he's also experimenting with these children, this Cortexiphan stuff, to kind of bring out their latent abilities. And we find out that Olivia, being, this was something I had in season 1, but Olivia is probably the most capable of the young children with the Cortexiphan.
It turns out Olivia was also one of the children that Walter had been experimenting on as well, and one of her abilities. Actually, she has quite a few abilities.
Yeah, she can disarm a bomb with her mind.
Yeah, she can start fires if she's really scared.
Yeah.
Though she hasn't used that as an adult. As far as I know, she's only used it as a child.
Yeah, so far. But one of the things that she can do, and she could do at a young age, is that she can kind of see the other universe a little bit. Like she describes it as kind of a glimmer.
Yeah.
And this is actually this is something that Walter is rather interested in, and then I guess he just kind of forgets about it and lets her go her own way. But yeah, the whole overarching plot of Fringe so far, as we know, is basically that there are two universes, and as Leonard Nimoy explains in the beginning of season 2, is that these two universes are basically going to collide with each other, and they're going to only one can survive.
Yeah.
And Walter Bishop is kind of, I guess, hoping that it's their universe, but there's also bad guys from, we'll say, Universe B that are kind of coming in and trying to basically weaken things or destroy things. They're called shapeshifters.
Yeah. The shapeshifters and the agents being sent to their universe, are kind of they see it as they are at war with our universe. They kind of have this inkling that did I forget? Did they divulge that?
Divulge what?
Divulge. Actually, I don't know. I don't think they did.
Okay,
but
so we'll never know what they're divulging until later.
Well, at least not until season 3.
Yeah.
But it's this. They.
Are you okay?
Events occurred that made them think that our universes are at war, and they're sending agents over. So
one of the neat things about it is the, I guess, big bad of season 2 is a guy named Newton, and he is, we'll say, basically the head shapeshifter. He is basically just this the leader of the shapeshifters in so many terms, and there was a lot of moments where Olivia's chasing him down, and they get he kind of gets cornered, but he always finds a way to escape. Yeah. And there is actually, I do want to talk a little bit about him as a bad guy compared to the bad guy in season 1.
Okay.
Because I do think that at this point we've already talked about a lot of the characters in Fringe, and we've already talked about a lot of the
and there was one I don't think we did.
Who was that?
The Observer.
Oh, okay. We can get into that because there is some season 2 stuff.
Yeah.
For that. So, but anyway, I'll just go to. We'll start with talking about the bad guy of season 2 versus season 1.
Okay.
Now, the bad guy in season 1, I actually don't know his name.
I forget his name.
He's a Scottish guy or Irish.
Yeah, and
he was awesome.
Yeah, he was good. He had this Hannibal Lecter-esque quality to him, where he was a quiet and controlled person, but you could also see that there's a little bit something unhinged about him. You know? So
we'll call him Irish McGee. I think that's a good enough name. I think that's actually the actor's name. So
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, he is a very decent villain. You know, like you said, he's very laid back, and the thing that he wants to do, his ultimate goal, is to open the portal between universes. That was his goal in season 1. And
I think in season 1, his goal was to kill William Bell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wanted to get over there and stop him. Because I guess... Actually, I don't remember why. Maybe because he just...
I think, didn't William Bell, like, spurn him or something like that?
William Bell called him an asshole once, and he was like, let it fester.
Yeah, there was some reason. Like, I think he was a protege of William Bell in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to... One thing in order to get into the other universe he had to do was break what's her name's arm.
Oh yeah. I don't think we talked about that in season 1. So there's this woman named Nina Sharp. I think we talked about her last time. Kind of the ultimate frenemy to Olivia Dunham, and apparently she just has a fucking robot arm.
Yeah, just out of nowhere they bring out a robot arm, and I don't think they really bring it back in the other seasons.
Yeah, I haven't seen word one about this fucking robot arm since. They just said, hey, how are we going to do this? Well, she has a robot arm.
Okay.
Can't she just have a regular arm?
No.
Yeah, but it's cooler if it's a robot arm. Alright, yeah, sure, whatever. So she has a robot arm. Does she get the robot arm back? There's tons of robot arms just laying around.
They'll give her another one. I think she has attachments.
Like to do under the cushions and everything?
You know, not just vacuuming, but like, you know, maybe like an egg beater attachment.
Like, I'm starting to think that it'd be, instead of having a robot arm, like, once she gets it stolen, it'd be funny if at the beginning of season 2, she clearly just has a mannequin arm on until she finds a new robot arm as a replacement. It's like, it's giant. Like, it's a huge forearm. There's still, like, it still has, like, a ring on it for the...
It's the wrong skin tone.
Yeah, it's not just white, it's like alabaster white.
It's silver, like in Terminator 2.
And, like, nobody can mention it or else they get fired. Like, because she's very,
She's very sensitive about it, self-conscious.
And it's like, Nina, what's with your... Don't say anything about her
What's
arm.
with my what?
That stupid haircut.
What's with this room? It looks fabulous.
I know, like, it must have cost you an arm and a leg.
Cost me what?
It must have cost you a lot of dollars. A lot of dollars, a lot of money. It's like, but I gotta hand it to you. I'm sorry.
You got to what?
I gotta, your arm is stupid.
Well, thank you.
I don't like
get
it
this
either.
woman. I don't get this woman at all.
I thought she'd fire us. Why would I fire you? You guys are good workers. I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, I don't get what's going on here.
Okay,
Can we leave?
Please.
They're just the pizza guys, actually. We're afraid you wouldn't tip us if we made fun of your stupid arm.
I wasn't gonna tip you anyway.
Well, touche. Well, alright then, see ya.
Well, the hell with your arm then. Looks dumb.
You know what? I think it's stupid. I think it's the worst arm I've ever seen. Lenny over there, he's got a foot where his arm should be, and that's not even that stupid.
They call me 3-foot Lenny.
Yeah, well, no, they don't, but you know. And then she starts crying. Oh, listen, we're sorry. But anyway.
Nina Sharp.
Nina Sharp's arm. Say it was a robot arm.
Yeah, robot arm. And so now we're comparing this Irish McGee
to Newton.
To Newton, who is I want to say even more in the background. Than the Irish guy.
Yeah, Irish McGee had like 4 episodes and that was it. But you felt his presence every 4 of those episodes.
Every once in a while with Newton, it's more of like someone's on a mission and then Newton will show up and like, how's the mission going?
He'll just chastise him. Like he shows up every now and again to kind of berate the person who's doing the mission.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you doing it like this? Like, man, leave me alone. All right, but you better do it. All right, and then that's it. That's all Newton does.
Yeah, he just kind of shows up to show that he's behind everything, and then skitters off.
Yeah, like there's only I think 2 or 3 times where I'm gonna say Nina, where Olivia and Newton are kind of like face to face, and
it's always the last chase before he disappears.
Yeah, and then he's gone for a few episodes. I guess he gets scared. Like, oh, that was a close one, and that'll be that. So even though I do like the character, yeah, and I think the actor does a fine job with a kind of looks like a mixture of Gordon Ramsay and Sting. So like get that in your head, and he's okay. He's an okay guy, but I do think, like I said before, that you really felt those few episodes that the Irish guy was in. Yeah.
And I forget his name. He was the Irish guy in that really, really shitty remake of Poltergeist. He was the this house's clean priest.
Yeah, here's the thing. Just a slight diversion.
In this show?
Yeah, no, like for the Poltergeist remake, it was a bad movie.
Yeah,
it was a terrible movie. I've actually seen more interesting dog turds. Okay, maybe
more interesting doctors?
Dog turds.
Oh.
But maybe it wasn't that bad. But, it just wasn't a good movie. Especially when you consider it as a remake to a fantastic movie.
Yeah, my favorite movie of all time.
So, that being said, this actor was actually the only part of the movie that was any good, I'd say.
Yeah.
I would say that if you had to do a remake of Poltergeist, you shouldn't, and the whole thing should have been, done better. But if you had to do a remake, he was the only part that I'd say was, okay, that is an addition that I feel is the right step. If you have to do a remake to a movie, at least get some of the characters being interesting and well acted. Yeah. He was the best acted and most interesting character in the entire movie.
He was, but he was a real, like, his character was a poor replacement for
Tangina.
Tangina.
Yeah, there's no like I said, there's no replacing her. But But again, he was the only thing I remember from that movie. And the awful, awful, awful lines.
Oh man,
this house is not clean.
Didn't that nearly break you?
There's a lot of things that break me in this world, and I think I almost threw something down. I was like, no, turn this shit off. I just want my daughter back. Stupid! Oh my gosh, my blood is boiling over here.
It's a shame because there were some actors in that movie that I do kind of like.
Kathy Greenwood from Whose Line Is It Anyway was in the movie.
Was she?
Yeah, apparently in like the opening 5 minutes she was a realtor.
Huh. That's interesting.
I almost want to go back and watch it again just to see her scene, but I don't want to watch that movie again. And exactly.
I do like Kathy Greenwood, but
she's
not that much.
Yeah, she's not being funny probably. So what's the point? But anyway, get my mind off this awful movie. Let's go back to Fringe. So the Observers. The
Observers. So scattered throughout the show, there's a lot of incidents, or pretty much every incident in this show has this guy. He's a bald guy. He dresses kind of like a Man in Black, like not the movie Men in Black, but like your
typical G-man kind of thing.
And supposedly in every episode, at least in the first season, I didn't notice in the other ones.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing him a whole lot lately.
Yeah, but at least in every episode of the first season, you can at least see him in the background.
Yeah, he's always, even if he's not in even if his character isn't predominant in the show, like it was a fun little Where's Waldo thing to kind of look and like, oh, there he is, because he was, whenever there was like an incident, he was always there somewhere.
Yeah, and so somehow this guy is connected to everything that's going on, and he's a bit strange. His talking cadence is a bit off. he has these. They use kind of. There's there's multiples of them, but they have this odd technology, strange language that they write in this book.
They know everything that you're gonna say, you know, as you're saying it. You know, it's basically, and we find out, and I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to talk about like what they are. We find out that they're basically observers of history, and they, you know, there's certain things that kind of, I guess, have to go right, and they have to make sure that it goes right. So, you know, if things go wrong, they have to kind of set it right. They're like Sam Beckett from Quantum Leap, only you know, with more of a murderous.
More, yeah, I guess like they, you know, they. I remember they were showing paintings and you know, pictures throughout history with these gentlemen in the background, and pretty much from the conversations we glean about them is that they're there to keep, you know, preserve the timeline.
Now, I have a theory, because, you know, they say that they're, like you just said, there's paintings of them throughout history and everything. Yeah. And there's even a meeting of the observers at certain points where there's like 6 or 7 of them. You know, they all look exactly the same. They're all dressed the same, rather, but a few of them are older, a few of them are different in slight variations. So I have a theory that it's just one observer at different points in time. Huh. Like, this observer, you know, like the one that we're treated to most of the time, the main observer, he's doing his observing now, but later on in the future, like, you know, when he's an old man, something must have gotten screwed up, so he's going back and everything. So just every single time there's a lot of them, it's just because there's different things that they have to observe at maybe different times.
I do like that theory. It's kind of like the One Electron Theory.
Yeah.
Do you know the...
You told me about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The One Electron Theory is that the universe has only one electron, and it switches between electron and positron depending on whether or not it's going forward or backwards in time, and it's pretty much every electron in the universe is this one electron.
Just different
silly.
States.
It's silly, and I hope it's not, because that's scary.
Why? What's this scary? What, is there electrons gonna scare you? We'll look for the electron.
So if someone goes back in time and kills this one electron, all baryonic matter is gone.
Oh, it's like wait. Now I just want to know, how would you kill an electron?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Maybe we should ask. I'm afraid of what the answer would be. Actually,
I'm afraid the FBI would. I don't want to give the FBI any more ammunition. With having an Alexa in the.
Like, and it's even funnier to think that that would be a high crime. I'm sure that if we're trying to go back in time and assassinate an electron, which will cause, you know, the extinction of the universe. Like, you would think that we would be
really. The universe would be fine. Just all baryonic matter would be.
The universe would still be all right, I guess.
Yeah.
But I imagine. See, I'm gonna stick with the universe.
Okay.
Because I imagine that like we somehow succeed in doing it, and that's the heat death of the universe. That's what causes it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. What would it cause?
We would. Well, let's create a name for it. Like, you know, since it's not going to be called anything until we call it something.
So electron death.
That's boring. You're boring. I want to call it like the cataclysm or the finity.
The last event.
Ooh, see, this is why I push you, Britton.
This is why I berate you.
Yeah, because you always give me gold. The last event. Yes. So let's try it right now. Let's see. Maybe I can kill this electron. If I crush it hard enough. I did it.
Well, let me think. Like, if we got rid of every electron, wouldn't that mean? I don't know what that would mean. Like, I don't think
we couldn't have electricity. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no, yeah, and you wouldn't be hearing this.
Yeah. So everywhere there's dead air, that's brief periods of electron death.
Would that mean everything would immediately turn into a plasma?
Oh gosh, here we go.
What do you mean, here we go? We've been gone this entire time.
All right. So let's let's think about this. So, now, you mean that every single, like,
Everything
single thing that has
made of
mass,
matter.
Yeah. That everything that has mass all of a sudden becomes a plasma. Would that mean that we're all made of stars?
Well, yeah.
Oh. Aw. But
Yeah,
anyway.
What else will we be made of?
I don't know. Grit. I don't know.
Rabbits.
Dirt. Yeah, rabbits. Alright, so if everything became a plasma.
I don't know. Like, I don't think. I think it would only be plasma by definition, but not by actual, like.
So we wouldn't be like, I wouldn't just all of a sudden like
melt.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool, I guess.
Melting.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It would kind of be funny.
Like, I want to say the electromagnetic bonds are the things that kind of keep molecules together, if I recall.
Sorry.
And
Go ahead.
so yeah, I think just everything would melt. All of the bonds that are holding the molecules together would just disperse.
So that's kind of scary if you think of it in terms of if there's that one electron, and at any point in time, it can be 40 million years in the future.
Yeah.
Some scientist is working in some dumb planet somewhere, and he decides this, like, what happens if I destroy this electron? And that's that one electron, and it was very far back in the, as far as the electron was concerned.
Yeah.
This was like the third thing it did. So then everything, like, we just start melting here because of what this guy does in the future.
I don't think it can. Actually, it would have to. Yeah, pretty much every electron would have to be preserved, or it can't go back in time and be the electron in the past.
It would cause a paradox.
Yeah. So yeah.
Melting's the least of our problems at this point.
Like, eventually, yeah, if that is going to happen, like, an electron and a positron would eventually meet and annihilate each other, and then we'd all get Thanos. But yeah, that would, that's why I think one electron theory doesn't hold water.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that, maybe not. Although, maybe that's what Thanos did. And he was like, when he snapped, he accidentally hit that one electron.
Like, it had nothing to do with the Infinity Stones.
No, it was luck. It was luck of the draw. The Infinity Stones charged it up so the snap actually broke the electron. And it's not a one electron theory.
Yeah.
It's a two electron theory. So he killed that one electron, but the other one survived. That's why I only got half of all of life.
Because, the glove he was wearing was actually made of uranium. It was a tiny fission event.
So, now, Tony Stark's glove, when he brings it all back,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's vibranium.
and then, that gives birth to electrons.
Now there's 3 electrons and there's too much stuff. People are starving now.
There's just one more electron than we need, and it's causing a rift.
Like, all the...
That's why there's a multiverse.
Like, I imagine people are coming out fused together. Like, there's people, Spider-Man has a face on the back of his head.
And it's Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. He's crying.
I was gonna say the same thing. It's a sad crying Spider-Man, always crying, like, Mr. Stark, I don't know what this thing on the back of my head is. It's keeping me awake at night.
Now dig on this.
Oh, no, he's doing it again.
I gotta dance.
Well, why am I doing this? And Andrew Garfield. It's like, yeah, that's the only thing that actually makes sense now.
Yeah, I want one of them to be Nicolas Cage.
Okay, I'd be down with that.
Nicolas Cage, because he was the Noir, right?
Yeah, he was the Noir Spider-Man. See, I want one of them to I want the snap to bring back, like, random people that weren't there originally, like Ghost Rider. Get Nicolas Cage into the action, what am I doing here? That was good. That was a good Nicolas Cage.
I'm not gonna lie. That was very. I thought he was in the room.
I'll never be able to do that again.
What's he doing here?
What am I doing here now? What is all this?
Zuzu's pedals. And there we go. We're gonna bring Jimmy Stewart back.
There was if I had that glove, I guess this is why I didn't have the glove.
Yeah.
But if I could bring back like people, like there would be a lot more people being brought back than just the people got dusted. Like, yeah, there'd be a Jimmy Stewart, and of course it would be like 1939 Jimmy Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Pre-war Jimmy Stewart.
Hey, back when he still had happiness.
Yeah, back when there was still light in his eyes and just not soul-crushing misery at every stand.
Not Rear Window Jimmy Stewart.
No, not Vertigo Jimmy Stewart.
There's someone murdering another person. I'm gonna watch.
Oh, he starts
Just
pounding
a
off.
voyeur. Come on, Jimmy, you're better than this.
This is like a snuff film now.
It's kind of naughty.
What are you doing? Oh! He just closes the window when he's done.
Come through my rear window.
All right, well, who else am I going to bring back now? Because I don't like that Jimmy Stewart. It's got to be the good Jimmy Stewart.
Well, yeah. So, or we can bring back the Jimmy Stewart from Five Goes West.
No, I don't think we want
His
to.
dying legacy.
I don't think we want to bring back that Jimmy Stewart. Like, even that Jimmy Stewart wouldn't want to be brought back.
No.
Like, what am I doing now?
I'm a big floppy dog.
That's who I am, right? And like, yeah, that's who you are. So, what's my motivation here? You're a big slobbery dog, that's it. Do you want your $50 or not? Okay. Want to go back to doing fucking frozen pea commercials? No, so you're gonna go here and do this.
I know who we could bring back.
You say the Three Stooges, and I'm on board.
No.
Marx Brothers.
No.
Okay, who?
Vincent Price.
Ooh.
I almost want to say if there is one person we can bring back to play the Joker, I think he would make a good Joker.
I think he would make a better Egghead.
Well, yeah, but I think there's just
there's a manic energy.
Yeah, manic energy, but also like a calm. Like there's kind of like that Hannibal Lecter thing that we were talking about. Like I think he would make maybe not the best Joker, but a very interesting Joker.
Oh, let's think about this. Let's explore this option here. So, of course his face has got to be painted.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't do it without being able to paint his face.
Yeah, he wouldn't shave the mustache either, much like Cesar Romero.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, he would dye the mustache green to go with the rest of the hair. That'd be great, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
And he'll have the big smile because he's always smiling.
Yep.
And
yes, I'm the clown prince of comedy, and I'm gonna set a bomb here to make everyone laugh.
So let's see, we have two choices now, Batman. You can either save your little precious girlfriend, or you can save the little children that I have over here. Say hi, little children.
or suffer the little children.
Now, what are you gonna choose? Now, to reiterate, you can only choose. You can only choose one of them. Save the girl or save the kids. You can only do one.
I'm gonna save the kids.
And the girl. No.
That's cheating. You're not allowed to cheat.
I'm telling you, why are you doing that? You can't do that.
You're breaking the rules. You're such a schmuck.
Throws an egg at him. Yeah,
I think it would work beautifully.
I can see. You see, here's the thing. I want it to be. Oh, here we go. I want it to be a Vincent Price Joker.
Yeah.
Like I said, get all the stuff that you need from a Vincent Price Joker. And I want it to be, but I want it to be like the Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be a very gruff, serious and I want Nolan to direct it because, like, I want this to be at times a gut-wrenching movie. Just with Vincent Price.
And here's the thing about Vincent Price is that all he is just a silly goose who's not taking anything seriously.
Mm-hmm. And
it just wants to have fun. Where like the Joker is just an insane person, who's going crazy, or maybe even a super sane person, where he's it's all calculated all along.
Like there's a certain level of
awareness.
Yeah, to the Joker where even all the iterations of the Joker pretty much all had basically one thing in common, which is that he's telling a joke and the punchline is you're dead.
Yeah.
That is who the Joker is, except for Suicide Squad Joker, who was just a gangster.
Yeah.
But anyway...
Though I am curious about the new one that's coming out. I want to see how... was it James Gunn? I think he's going to be doing it. Because I think he's bringing back Jared Leto.
Okay.
And...
we'll give him that chance that he doesn't deserve.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, we got the Cesar Romero Joker who, would just laugh and tell jokes and try to kill people. It was a little bit, it was the 60s, so he couldn't really kill people.
Yeah.
And he had Jack Nicholson, whose Joker was, again, same thing. Like, he would have his more props than anything. But yeah, again, the end result was you're dead. And that's the punchline. Same thing with the Mark Hamill Joker. Yeah. Same thing with it. Most of the time with the Heath Ledger Joker, and even with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Like, he was kind of setting that up in, at the end when he was like, saying his his knock knock joke.
I guess I always thought the joke was he was sad.
It was a funny joke, but. That was the end result of his joke is that people die.
I acknowledge that the Joaquin Phoenix Joker and Joaquin Phoenix himself as the Joker are phenomenal in that movie. It's just such a downer of a movie. Of the Joker movies, it's probably my least favorite.
Let's see. Of all the Batman-esque movies that
feature the Joker.
And we're not including Suicide Squad, right?
I haven't seen Suicide Squad.
I know what my next one's going to be.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I want to suffer through that. But anyway, even if taking that out of the... If I take Suicide Squad out of the equation, I would have to... Yeah, I guess I'd have to say that it is definitely the least joy I had was with watching that movie.
And the only don't get me wrong, by no stretch of the imagination am I saying he was a bad Joker, it was a bad movie.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Or anything like that. I enjoyed the movie much. It's just as the Joker goes, he was not a fun Joker.
No, not at all. Like there were brief moments when he was fun, but compare that to the cackling goon that was Cesar Romero, or the angry cackling goon that was Jack Nicholson, or the cackling goon that was Mark Hamill, or the cackling chaos goon that was Heath Ledger. Yeah, it was definitely the least fun Joker. He didn't really laugh a lot except for his condition. Yeah, and that was that's not as fun.
So, but I was kind of hoping that he would make a comeback in future Batman titles.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, he couldn't because he's too old, and I'm like, he's only supposed to be in his 30s in this movie, just because of his birth records and everything like that, and like they said, I think he was born the 50s, and this is supposed to take place in the 80s. So it's like, all right, so let's say he's 30, or 35. And let's say that Bruce Wayne, who we see, is 10, and then he grows up in 10 years to become Batman, which is, canonical. Batman is mid, 20s and everything like that when he starts. So he would only be Joker would only be 40. Jack Nicholson was fucking 50.
And what's his name? Robert Pattinson?
Oh yeah.
He's going to be playing the new Batman, and he could definitely play in that age range.
Yeah. So, this Joker could still be the Joker. Yeah. As long as you just ignore that, Joaquin Phoenix is in his 50s and just say that the character's in his 30s.
Yeah, well, if they can de-age all these actors, if they can make Michael Douglas, look like he's in his 30s again, then, they could do that. They could make Joaquin Phoenix look 10 years younger.
Yeah. So going on with that, whole thing, I think that that the Joker movie, the very depressing Joker movie, if you just replace, Joaquin Phoenix, who did a great job, with Vincent Price, Now I think that
then we'll get our silly back.
yeah, exactly. Then it might be a fun Joker movie. Like, do you know what you get when you cross an angry loner with a society who doesn't care about him? You
What's
get what
that?
you fucking deserve. Okay, maybe not.
Bruce Wayne's dad, you're my dad too. You were with my mother, who is a crazy lady.
So maybe you weren't with him, but
But I'm gonna confront you in the bathroom anyway, like a normal person would.
it's like I imagine his Joker does a lot more tickling than than Jokers in the
A
past.
Gucci goo.
Stop it!
A goo goo Gucci.
Stop it! Stop! And then he stabs.
It's a feather, but the quill on the other side is like a.
Oh gosh, like the poison quill.
Yeah.
I see. Here's the thing. I don't think that at all. I'm thinking he's a Joker who kills his victims by tickling them to death.
Oh, that'd be awful.
I know, and but the funny thing is, it's like there is a that is a very almost Joker-esque kind of thing to do.
Yeah, and it would drive a person mad before they, they go, die.
Like, here's the thing. It is actually a very interesting Joker plot where he tickles someone to insanity or death because it's like, this is as dumb as it goes, but the more you think about it, the more horrifying it gets.
Yeah, it's almost cartoonish in its execution, but also, like, you can see going insane from it as well because though it's not painful, it's not pleasant.
Yeah, it breaks the people. And like, I imagine that, and it can't be anybody but Vincent Price doing it.
Yeah, I know. But I imagine the CIA is like listening listening now and taking notes. Like,
What you want me to do? See, because I don't just imagine that that Vincent Price Joker is just tickling people in his ribs. Like, I imagine they're tied up on a rack.
Yeah,
like,
and there's like this
shirtless,
and there's like this spinning machine with these spinning wheels with feathers on it.
Like that's his coup de grace. He starts off with just the regular tickling.
Oh, okay.
By hand. Vincent Price is not going to not do this. He wants to do this by hand. But imagine every now and again, as in the middle of his tickling, he, like, Gucci, and then he, like, gives him a raspberry, like, on their stomach.
And then decks him in the face just to keep them in order.
No violence at all. It's all, all tickling, all, raspberries until the person just breaks.
Yeah.
And, like, if he, and at one point he gets the Christian Bale Batman. I imagine he takes, Batman's suit off, but keeps the mask on because that's not about that for him. He doesn't care who's under the mask. He wants to break Batman, and then he starts his tickling.
I imagine Batman is he strips Batman into his underwear and his mask, and he has Batman underwear on, like the Bat Signal boxer shorts.
You see, I imagine that he puts that on him, like. The real Batman is very stern, and doesn't wear that, but he covers his shame with that, and but I imagine that Batman doesn't break. Like, he doesn't even chuckle, he just starts tickling. He's like, I'm not ticklish. Ooh, a challenge, is it? Oh, we'll find something then.
Everyone is ticklish. You just have to find the right point.
Nope. Yeah, it's kind of like his, the everything burns. Only everybody tickles, everybody's ticklish.
And because Batman is not ticklish because of the bats took his tickle in the cave, it's that eventually breaks the Joker.
Like, why can't I break you? Why? And he calls in the big guns, which are like 3 feathers. It's like, he actually has it behind glass that he has to break. I didn't want to do this.
For some reason, when you said big guns, I imagine it's like 2 big burly thugs with like feather dusters or something like that.
It's like hoo-ha-hee.
Lolo, Bobo, go get him.
All right, Bosch.
We'll get the bat.
Like, I imagine to Batman, it's like, it's part of his ninja training. It's part of his, like, mental training. Like, he's
like Ra's al Ghul was tickling him for months.
it's like a mind and body kind of thing, so
Yeah.
he just can't, he's not going to let himself be tickled. And I imagine the Joker is tickling him for days, non-stop, to the point where the Joker's makeup is running from sweat and tears.
And Batman is like, his mascara from his mask is
steady,
sweaty. Yeah. But like there are points he does have breaking points where he faints.
Get the smelling salts, boys.
It's like and then like he cracks it under his nose, and you just have that woozy waking up point of view shot. It's like, ooh, you died there for a moment.
you went away,
but we got you back now. You're not going anywhere.
Like, I imagine like that when he breaks the smelling salts. Well, first of all, it's not just a regular smelling salt. He has to have like a
Joker branding.
Yeah, Joker brand smelling salt. That's like, an extremely long smelling salt. Get the smelling salt in. It says,
no, the big one.
We're gonna need it. But when Batman wakes up, it's not an eye fluttering thing. It's just his eyes are closed and then they're just open, and he's very intense. Welcome back to the real world. Finish up, Joker. I don't have time for this. Like, oh, you got plenty of time, Batman. Somewhere there's a crime being done.
Yes, you're in it.
This is the crime.
You're witnessing the crime. You are part of the crime.
It's attempted murder. Finish what you gotta do. You're scum.
That's not. Hey,
come on now.
Stop that. That's just name calling.
Like now, like, how does Batman get out of this?
Like, I don't think he does. Like, I think what eventually happens is Joker gives up.
He just lets him go.
Get out of here. Just get out of here, you scum.
Yeah. He's throwing the names out of the third words. He unlocks him like the shackles and just kicks him out.
Hey, stay out. Oh, you're no fun. You don't play by the rules.
What he does is he unshackles him, and he cranks the table that he's on, and there's like a sliding board underneath that sends him out of his lair.
He doesn't uncrank him, like he kicks the crank, and it just and it automatically just lowers Batman.
Yeah, and he just goes down the slide into
I swear, some people.
This man.
It takes all kinds.
This man isn't mortal. This man's not human, I tell you one thing.
You guys saw I gave him my best.
We saw it, boss.
It wasn't me, it was him, right?
It was definitely all the bat, boss.
Okay, we're in agreement then.
And he shoots him. Because they're the only two that seen him fail.
Yeah, I know. And he just needs to get that frustration out.
Henchmen aren't free, I tell you.
You can't buy good help.
And do you think now Batman is he's worn out from all this, so he doesn't just come right back. He's got to go rest up.
It's like when Batman got dosed with the fear poison from in the first one, and Alfred has to pick him up. And he's laughing. He's cackling in the car the entire way.
Alfred's up the front. He's terrified.
I swear. I said I'll quit. I said I'd quit, but I mean it this time.
You see,
I'm gonna quit.
I don't think he laughs until he takes the mask off.
Yeah, and he's laughing for weeks.
He actually has to call in Lucius Fox to gas him and put him into a coma.
Mr. Wayne, what have you gotten yourself into now?
Oh, I'm glad that you saw. He's still laughing in that coma. Yeah. We have to let this thing run its course.
We actually had to asphyxiate him in order to get him to stop.
He's coming around now.
Now, I swear, just let him go. Just let him die.
No. They bring him back, and Bruce Wayne doesn't know where he's been. He's just like, oh, where's the Joker? Last I saw, he was.
He comes back, but he's from Dark Knight Rises, where he's walking with the cane.
I was gonna say he's like Christian Bale from that movie where he was like skinny and like emaciated. It's like it took everything out of him.
Like he wakes up and he's hanging from that rope in the pit from when they had to punch his back.
Alfred sent him there.
Yeah, like
laughing too much.
He was laughing for months. He just wouldn't stop.
And he's like, "Oh, didn't think you'd be back." And he just goes and jumps across and climbs out again.
I imagine just Alfred backed up the limo and just dumped him over the edge. I swear, he just dusts his hands. Done and done.
And by the time he drives back home, Batman's back. He's back in the mansion.
Like he's sitting in front of the fireplace. He's reading the paper.
Brooding.
Oh, he's doing that. He's doing the Kubrick looking over the brow look.
Like I imagine he's he's hunkered down. Like, oh, are you kidding me?
The Joker's back.
He's been back.
You see what he did, you? I don't remember. I do.
Like that's what makes him leave.
Yeah.
You know, I won't let you do this. I won't. I can only go so far, Master Wayne.
You were cackling in the West Wing for 5 months. I couldn't sleep. I was terrified you were going to kill me.
We don't go in the West Wing anymore because...
It's haunted. Somehow by you. Somehow you're haunting the place you're living in.
Your laugh haunts the West Wing. We don't go in the West Wing anymore.
I don't believe you. I don't believe it goes.
The Joker's got to be stopped.
Oh. Are you listening? Are you even listening? I'm saying your laughs are haunting your house.
Somehow we gotta find the Joker's lair.
I'm living with a crazy man.
You belong in Arkham, not to fight the people, but just to go to Arkham.
You want some tea?
How can we stop the Joker?
You make him cry.
Just shoot him.
Just kill him, please. Down on me. Kill me. And then after all this, Alfred becomes the next Joker.
Hey, you know what? Let's go on a high note.
Okay.
Fringe, season 2. I liked season 2 better than season 1, even though there were some characters in season 1 I liked better than season 2.
Yeah, I thought as the show was progressing and becoming more developed, it is becoming a lot more interesting.
Like you can tell they really start to find their footing here.
Yeah, and season 3 is also kicking up to be a good season. We're
we'll talk about
3/4 of a way through. So far, from what we've experienced between the 2.5 seasons that we've watched, a very solid show.
Yeah. So if you have any inkling, I would definitely check this out. Like I said last time, definitely check it out. It's worth a watch.
Alrighty.
All right. So, Alexa, say goodbye.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
She said it. She got it.
Yeah, she got it. All right.
All right, take it easy now.
Toodaloo.
That'll hold a little SOPs.